Okay. I just had to make a video because I had to go to a bid, which means I had to go on this highway that I just cannot stand because there's always traffic. At one point, I had to travel this every day for my job, and I actually found a job going south rather than west. Little less money, but worth my sanity, because I didn't have to be in work till 8:30. But if I didn't leave, and if I left at no later than 5 to 7, I would get there by 7:20, the absolute latest. If I left any later, there was times I was late for work. So if I would leave 7:05, so over an hour to get to work. Ridiculous. So I really hate this highway. There's a lot of trucks on this highway. There's a lot of people. It's raining. So I'm in the slow lane. The speed limit it goes from 55, 65 back to 55, 60. So I stay, if it's 65, I'm doing like 58 at the most. It's raining. Roads are wet. If it's 55, I'm doing about 52, 53. People are weaving in and out of traffic. People are like, they can get in the 2 left lanes because there's 3 lanes, and I'm in the very right lane. They're like riding on my butt, flashing lights. You know why? Because in a mile, their exit's coming up. Tough shit. Okay? Hair's up today. Little makeup on, but hair's up. And the trucks, just like, there was a truck on the way there. First of all, bumper to bumper traffic for like almost 3 miles. Like hardly moving. Annoying. Then there was, a tractor trailer on the side of the road. He decides, right as I'm approaching, because I can see him in the distance, right as I'm approaching, he decides he's just gonna get out in front of me. That's not the best of it. He gets in front of me and then right over in the next lane. Almost slams into a car. His basic attitude, I feel, was either you're gonna let me in or I'm gonna hit you. So, whatever. I just can't stand traffic. I just can't stand traffic. And now, the way I go to work, usually I turn out of my complex, straight run up this road for anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. Straight road. Then turn on to Main Street. That's about 2 miles. Turn off of that. That's another 2 miles, maybe 3. Then turn right onto the street for my job. So it's pretty much, lots and lots of traffic. Because, here you go, all of a sudden this truck, is braking. Oh no, because there was cars in front of him, Mr. Amazon Prime truck, tractor trailer, because he realized that's his exit, or he needed to get off all of a sudden. And there was cars in front of him, so he had to brake, basically stop until he could get over. Ridiculous. But, so, there is a bridge out in another road, main road, that is kind of runs this way to the one road that I take. So, the road, they're diverting everybody to that 5-7 minute drive road. That is bumper to bumper, backed up. So I have to go another way. So, even with that, I was like a few minutes late for work. What else is new? And so now I have to leave even earlier because I have to go a different route. And It's just easier to go the different route than deal with the bumper-to-bumper traffic, because the bumper-to-bumper traffic is even longer than this couple extra minutes it's taking me. Excuse me. So yeah. So I'm really not. These are my old glasses that I'm wearing because of breaking my other glasses. I don't know how they broke. They just, I guess this piece is plastic and it's thin like this, the other glasses, and it just broke. I mean, they were 6 years old. These held up. These, I don't know how old these are, but these held up. These were only, I think I only got them a year or two before those. So the only thing with these are not the progressives, but I really like these, and I'm really thinking about, I know the frames are the cheapest thing, unless I can find very similar frames, but why spend the money? I mean, frames still are not cheap. The most expensive part is the lenses, so I just might ask them if, but then I'll have no glasses. But they're really quick at Costco. They really are. They're like, turn them around in no time. Usually less than a week. So I'll deal with readers till then. Oh my God. All this construction. You couldn't see that there was construction, dude? And in the rain. These guys, life is sucking for them. Although they all seem like they're standing around doing nothing. Do you ever notice that? You go past a construction site and it seems like everybody's standing around doing not a damn thing. So, I don't know. This guy is wearing like Beat style, you know, the big, well, I guess Beats is a brand. The big earmuff kind of headphones. Driving. I don't get that. I really don't. Oh no! Another idiot. In a van, commercial van, all of a sudden, you know, slammed down his brakes because, oh, that's my exit, or I want to get off. Did treat myself to a coffee. This bid that I went to, this guy checks 5 key things of paperwork. Most, you're just, we're throwing your bid out now unless you can come up and show me where it is in the packet. So, but he reads 5 key things. So he has to look through all the paperwork for these 5 key things. So he takes time. So, that's annoying. And I'm just like, and he didn't start on time. And even though he's like, I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. Like, you can't accept any more bids. Here we go. Tractor trailer. Gonna pull in front of me. Are you? No. You know what? Screw you. No. He decided not to. Because I guess he thought it was a merge lane. But it's not. I just can't. Now here's one. Getting on the highway, just breezing on over. Cutting everybody off. It looks like, I don't know, it's a water tank he has on there, an oil tank, a chemical tank, but I'm not messing with that shit. So, another guy that just got on, that I was going to let him go in front of me, now got over 2 lanes right away, and now he came back again. I don't know. Unbelievable. Yeah, I kind of needed coffee because I was just a little stressed. Although today is Administrative Assistant Day, so any of you administrative assistants out there, happy Administrative Assistant Day. And my bosses gave me a $200 gift card to a local restaurant, which was very nice of them. They are very generous, I have to say. Very generous. So I actually asked my daughter if her and her fiance would like to go there. I can use my gift card and we can celebrate their engagement. And my daughter's like, I don't know, we're packed, we have so much. They're trying to say, see everybody, see all their friends, see family that can't come Saturday, etc. And things they want to do on their list before they leave. So one of the things on their list was to go to New York one last time. So it was very memorable. And then, my stomach. It says Dasher notification. It's probably like, we're very busy. They do send you incentives on a little side note. If it's a busy time, it says plus $1 per dash or plus $2. Even there, I've had times where plus $2.50. And it's usually when it's raining. So I actually have learned to love the rain, because I get extra money usually. And people are usually more generous with their tipping. And people don't want to go out in the rain to get something to eat if they didn't have anything planned for dinner. So they DoorDash it. Plus, young people do not want to go out in the rain. So I found young people. I had my first order ever. It was $3.50. Wasn't far. I didn't know the whole thing to, catch on to, time it comes in to deliver. It's when it tells you it should be delivered. So I was like, okay, yeah, no tip. So the $3.50 came from DoorDash. And I still stand by DoorDash should, if people do not tip, that it should be a minimum of $5.50, because, and over a certain amount of miles, it should go up, maybe $1 over a certain amount of miles. I don't know. It just too, like I said, I think it's a great gig, great side hustle. You can do it when you want. You make your own hours. And like me, I have a full-time job. So that some people, they do it as their full-time job. So you figure if I made $207.07, it would be a great side hustle for like a stay-at-home mom. Like when she has downtime, like get the kids off to school, everything, then, do lunch DoorDash. Start at like 11 and go to like 2. Then she can get the kids. On a day that, she doesn't have other things that she has to do, like food shopping, laundry, things like that. And hey, if she's doing a little side hustle, me, I feel like, especially when they're little, like not in school, little, that's a full-time job. So I don't want to hear no bullshit from any man like, oh, well, she stays home all day. Now, I had people say, oh, I wonder what she does all day. Oh, well, you stay home for a whole week. Let me see how exhausted you were at the end of the friggin' week. And kudos. I know there are some men that are stay-at-home dads. And if she can make more money than you, then that's the way it should be. I mean, I know might be a hit to some male egos, but I think things are changing. And I'm not saying he should stay home, but if it's cost effective for, get over idiot, if it's it's gonna cost them more to do daycare or, you know, any kind of childcare, babysitter, whatever, and everything. Or, I mean, if they're gonna get a little extra money out of it, it might be, even for a woman, if she wants to go back to work, and if her husband's gonna say, listen, I support you going back to work, but you're only making like an extra $100 a week. You know what? What she is getting is she's keeping her toes in the water, so to speak. She's keeping up on, and she's not taking like 10, 12-year hiatus. And hey, asshole, fucking asshole behind me, can't wait till I can get over, because I just fucking don't want to be, you know what, asshole? Fuck you. And then he just got over the car in front of me. No blinker. I can't stand people. I really can't. But to get back. I think, I mean, first of all, that should be something that's talked about before you even get married and or start to have children. Because if you stayed home, if you want to, I loved staying at home. First of all, I didn't really think I had much of a choice. I could, well, in my opinion, I didn't have a choice. I could not see myself leaving my son, who was on a monitor, had all these health issues, had occupational physical therapy twice a week, to leave him in the hands of someone else. Oh, no. I mean, he had holes in his heart. He had, you know, he would stop breathing. He had apnea. He had all these things. So I could not, in good conscience, leave him in someone else's hands. I don't care who it was. Even if it was my mother or, what is this idiot doing? Oh, fudge. Okay, that's Route 9, backed up. So, yeah, I could not see myself leaving my child in the hands of someone else, his care. And I mean, listen, if you have to, you have to. I mean, if you have a parent or an aunt or a sibling that's home and you 100% trust them and you have to, like, it'd be, you know, you just can't afford to stay home. I was lucky. I was very lucky that I could. Once my daughter was born and my son was going into preschool, so 3, was turning 3, I went back to work part-time. Then that led to full-time. And then there was a point my son was, you know, starting to have issues and stuff with his legs and things like that. And I went from work 10 to 3. So, no lunch. So, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 hours. As opposed to 8. And, like I said, I was very lucky. And I think part of the issue with... I gotta put some air on. Oh my God. It was like I had the heat on. I turned that off, but now... I mean, it's only 59, but it feels very humid. I had to put some air on. I feel like I can't even freaking breathe. So, that was the downfall of the finances for us. Because my ex, when I first started working, it was, we put that money away. That was our vacation money. That was our spend money. Plus some in savings. And when I was working full-time and the kids were in school, we didn't need, you know, morning care, after care, all that. That's when he started just getting credit cards and spending away and, like, ridiculous. And again, I am with fault this because I had a budget, and he's, you know, JCPenney's for Christmas, like they had the catalog back then, and plus they have clothes and they had toys in the catalog, and so I could get something for, like, I could buy for just so many people from JCPenney's. So I charged the charge card up at Christmas, and then I would divide it out by 10, and that's how much each month I would pay on the JCPenney's. Well, lo and behold, my ex was like, you know, and I did that with anything, you know, when do I want to have it paid off? Divide it by that many months, and that's what I paid on it. And he said, why, you know, why are, you know, say I paid $100, you know, because I charge up $1,000. It usually wasn't that much, but just for argument's sake. And he's like, why are you paying $100? The minimum is only $15. And I'm like, because I want it paid off by October so that I can, you know, to start Christmas shopping. And every other thing. Why are you paying this much? Why are you paying the minimum? If you pay the minimum, you know how long it's going to take us to pay it off? And I love now, like back then they didn't. I love now that if you just pay the minimum, like shows you like 5 years, 10 years, whatever, you're going to be paying that, or 2 years. It depends on the credit card. And I love that they do that now. I wish they did that, because here it is in black and white. But he was so on me about the budget and me paying the bills and why am I doing this, because I would show him, look, you know, on the spreadsheet, this, and he would just, and I finally said, you know what, if you could do better, here you go, here's everything, here's all the passwords, here's all the, because, you know, started paying things online, here's the checkbook, whatever. Well, downfall. And that's another piece of advice. Never ever give full control to a spouse. Never ever. Always like know what they're paying, when they're paying, what, you know. And I did. I would show him it, and he's like, I've got it. And I was like, fine, whatever. Because I was just sick of listening to him. You know, just sick of it. And on me and criticizing me. And I was just like, fine. And plus he was a control freak. So he really wanted the control of that. And what I didn't know is get those applications, you're pre-approved. And he was going online and putting himself as, you want to put a you know, additional card holder signing him, and he would put himself. So I really was like, that was my downfall. But getting totally off topic, just ranting in general today, because that's the kind of day it is. That's the kind of day it is. It's raining, it's dreary, and so you know, it was nice getting out of the office. I will get that. That was the icing. There's always my aunt always says there's always a positive to a negative. So the positive to all this today, sitting in that traffic there, or whatever, sitting there, and the positive is I got out of the office. The negative is also what I didn't get done, I'm going to have to get done. So, but yeah. But it was nice. It was nice to get out of the office. So, but I am almost back to my office, and I love this rain because tonight I will be door dashing. Have my jacket that actually I can turn inside out. It's not meant to be inside out, but the lining, and it actually does look like a reversible jacket, and that will keep me dry. So, and hopefully, because I didn't reach my goal last night of $100, hopefully tonight, because there is one night I made $118. So that would be really nice if that happened. Very nice. So, oh my God, I really have to. I saw these exercises, face exercises, and it's like 20 times. I guess basically moving your chin out and then moving it up, kind of to put your lip over that. And it's supposed to get rid of this. And I've been doing them. Will it help? I don't know. But it makes me feel better. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, all right. Well, I hope wherever you're watching from, it isn't raining where you are. I hope you're not sitting in traffic. I hope you're not dealing with cranky people. I hope you're having a very good day today. And if you're an administrative assistant, again, or in any kind of administrative position, happy administrative day. All right, and I hope your bosses are treating you great today. Talk to you later. Bye.